What is the horn of a rhinoceros made of?
It's made out of calcium.
It's in fact made of something called keratin, which is the same stuff that makes our hair and fingernails. So even though it's not exactly hair, we could say it's basically hair. So it's kind of amazing, isn't it?
That's just weird.
It's like a hair horn.
Oh my god.
But I mean, you know, hair can do crazy things, can't it? Hair can do crazy things.
Yeah, like tangle. And
Well-
cut and then become an entangled knot.
Well, if you tangle it up, you get like dreadlocks. Thinking that? That? Right. Guess what we're talking about?
Tandoori!
Talking about today
I was talking about the meaning of life.
is way too broad. You know, today we're talking about parasitic fungi. Just kidding. We're talking about school. Learning stuff. Why do people go to school?
So we can learn stuff, like mathematics,
Yeah, we learn stuff.
times tables, other stuff, geometry,
A lot of stuff.
science.
There's a lot of stuff you gotta do, right? Why do we do all that stuff?
So we can get smart and we can know things. Apple, 2 apples, one apple, minus 1 apple. 0 apple.
So I mean, if we didn't know that, we'd eat an apple and we wouldn't know how many apples are left in the fridge, right? If we didn't go to school. What about the stuff that doesn't seem like it would be useful in the world? Like why do we learn different things in school that
I
don't
think
seem
math.
like math things that don't seem to be useful? Like geometry and algebra and that kind of crazy stuff. Why do we learn that stuff?
That's about a kind of area.
Yeah, but why do we need to know that stuff? We don't use area, do we?
I mean, that could be useful for a building.
Well, if you're going to be like a person who makes buildings, I mean, there's kind of little bits of information you get in school that may be more useful to some people later on and maybe less useful to others. However, we all might need to know about area. When would we need to know about area? What about when we got this house? When did I need to use math?
Well, use that to figure out what price you need and how much money you do need.
Oh.
Which mathematics is pretty
Using
useful,
certain
but
math skills.
not all the time.
Right. Then before we moved in here, I had to measure everything. And I had to, measure the size of things coming in and the size of the room. So there's math involved there. I mean, maybe the higher...
Last time the couch, you thought that the couch was not going to fit in the house. Not using mathematics
no,
for
I had it measured down to like 2 inches or something. And it just exactly fit. So that was a great triumph of math for me. Now, we do learn about gravity and stuff. Why do we need to learn about gravity?
Well, because maybe you want to learn how to become a professional basketball player or something like that.
That's right. And if you didn't know about gravity, you wouldn't know that the ball comes down when you throw it up.
Everybody knows that.
For me, I think a lot of the reason to go to school is social reasons. I think you actually can learn a lot on your own. You do learn a lot on your own, don't you? How do you learn outside of school?
I go online.
Online, there's a lot of stuff online. So, I mean, if you have the ability to learn, and I think that would be the best thing that a school could actually teach. I think a lot about school, actually, since I am a teacher. Yeah, I think a lot about education. The best thing that a school could teach you is how to learn and how to seek knowledge and, think if something is useful knowledge or not useful, or if something is a lie or not a lie, because a lot of stuff online is pretty crazy stuff.
Most likely.
Most likely. Did Homo erectus go to school?
No,
Why not?
because schools did not exist in that age.
Well, why didn't one of them invent one?
Because we didn't have that much IQ. I mean, that means brain cells. We do not have enough brain cells to learn and have knowledge to speak what we're speaking right now, and also other languages.
All right, let's forget Homo erectus. Those guys were pretty dumb. Let's talk about early Homo sapiens. About 200,000 years ago. Did they have schools?
Maybe. Possibly.
In a sense. In what sense did they have schools?
I mean, they basically could teach the young how to hunt or...
Stuff.
Yeah.
They taught them stuff. Scraping and picking and things they need to do. And they probably even had language to explain it at that time. So that's kind of where school was at for those guys. Even though they didn't all meet in the classroom. Right? There was still edumacation happening. I think we do learn a lot outside of school. The best thing school can do us is give us a structure for understanding and framing and using things that we learn. I think so.
I do not understand a thing.
Excellent. How do you think AI is going to change education in the future?
I mean, we're probably going to be... You're going to ask AI for everything.
Well, here's the kicker here. I think as technology, this is what they say, and I think it's absolutely true, that as the technology gets smarter, people get dumber. Why? Well, because we can get dumber. We don't need to be smart. Smart is kind of like a tool, and it could be an anxious tool for some people, if they don't have an ability to be smart. It's probably a lot easier to be dumb, right? I mean, if you're dumb, you don't know stuff, so you've got nothing to worry about, right? So, school. You like school or you don't like school?
I like it. It's a really good place to meet people.
That's what I think is really the main point. So that's what I always thought was the main point of school, is aside from being a place that structures your knowledge or inspires you to learn, it's a social club. And it's something you would miss when you're sitting at home on a very long vacation, like a Christmas vacation that goes on forever, right? It can get boring, and you want to go to school, because that's where your friends collect.